Marv saying, just start by saying Mike's take 2 weeks ago in the Peace region being the worst seems unjustified. And he's late. Well, yeah, you were early, so there. Steve's here. Java's here. Oh, I'm fighting off a head cold, and I'm very low energy. Partially because of that, I think. I haven't been sleeping real well because of that. It's like sort of a 2 day face full of snot situation at first, and now it's turned into a headache situation instead. And I fought through it and I worked, but haven't really been able to like eat properly or sleep properly. But I'm gonna make myself a delicious sandwich this evening, I think. And we'll see. Maybe you guys always make me feel better. So it's up to you guys to make me feel better again. Oh, I got a couple of things. Maybe I got a couple of partial done things that we can chuck up on the lathe and get finished off. Maybe. But we'll start with dinner. I'm going to make a delicious sandwich. At least I hope it's delicious. Because, like I said, I have not been eating well. Just because I haven't been feeling well. So when you're not feeling well, you don't feel like eating. And when you do feel like eating, you put in whatever you can. And so, yeah. Let's go sandwich. I got a good loaf of sourdough. I got some pastrami. I got a couple kinds of cheese. And we're going to do some frying. Oh, Gretchen. Hubby was sick last week. I actually skipped 2 days of work and I asked if he needed to go to the HISP. Because the HISP will make you feel better. Oh. What am I doing? We'll do a grilled sourdough pastrami Gouda Havarti sandwich. Tonight. That's what we'll do. You guys are going to make me feel better. Start with a bunch of butter. And some Fior chili oil. Brand new bottle. Hashtag not sponsored. A little bit of that one too. I'm knocking stuff over. All right, it's fine. It's fine. A little sandwich. A little sandwich. These big ass strips of pastrami heat up in this one. And wood everywhere. Sourdough. Oh, how is everybody else's week? Mine isn't awesome, obviously. But, you know, sometimes all you can do in this world is just keep putting one foot in front of the other and head in a direction that you think is a positive one. Make the best decisions you can at any given time with the information that's available to you at that time, and keep moving forward. That's it. That's all we got. And this pan isn't probably big enough for the, but you'll see in a minute why I'm doing it this way. Pastrami. Getting heated up in that one. Butter and oil. Lubing up this one. At least it'll be fast dinner tonight, probably. Just making a sandwich. Go a couple of bigger ones. A couple from closer to the middle. Quick pastrami sourdough sandwich tonight. So butter, oil, sourdough. You always have to book match your bread. So the way they came out of the loaf, like this, you open them up, you book match them for your stuff on the inside. So when they go back together, they go back how they came out of the loaf. That's just a thing. Go. Some chipotle mayo. We're doing smoked Gouda and Havarti with our pastrami. Gouda. Gouda, Havarti, pastrami, sourdough. Some chipotle mayo and some yellow mustard. Like that. That's gonna be a good sandwich. That's gonna be a good sandwich. So you crisp up the outsides of that, flip her shut. Peckerwood's here. Sourdough is the best. It's probably my favorite multi-purpose bread, because you can't say what the best bread is, because for certain things, certain breads are better. But sourdough as an overall bread, with sandwiches, yeah, I'm going to pick a sourdough for sandwich type thing most of the time if it's an option. A little sandwich with your butter. Yeah! Week is busy in a good way. That's good. Good busy is good. Where the cheese at? Yeah, it was okay. That was before I put the cheese on. My husband was daycared by his great-grandmother who received weekly deliveries of government cheese. What is government cheese? Is that like government supplied cheese, or is that like a type of cheese? The government just drops off cheese at your door? Government cheese with the little pockets of weird salt, unmelted. This sounds great. These grilled onions and mushrooms. You shut your mouth. All the government cheese I remember. The government, I'm going to look up government cheese. Came in a block like Velveeta, but in a plain brown box. They just they made garbage cheese in a factory somewhere and just delivered it. I confess to also eating Velveeta. I have had Velveeta. I don't really like it. Oh, guys. I got it at the perfect time. Like almost exactly the perfect time for the to put it togetherness. Oh, God, it is gonna be. I remember when I was like, I hope it's gonna be a good sandwich. Like, once again, very healthy. I'm making myself a very healthy dinner. Meat and cheese sandwich. And last time it was a wrap, but same idea. My brother had a stroke last weekend. Oh, shit. Right on. He was released from hospital later in the week. Other than that, and finding 2 yellow jacket nests today, it's been a good week. Other than my brother having a stroke and some wasp situation. Was that egg beater drill always on the wall? Yep. You're just going nuts. No. But it's been a little while. It's been a month, maybe? Cut me off about an inch of that. No, it's mine. Government cheese was big blocks of cheddar wrapped in brown paper, 3 to 4 pound blocks, free with government bologna rolls. I'm in. You drop free cheese off at my door. That's cool. Shit, yeah. Oh. And so easy, super quick, and super healthy, all in one meal. Pastrami, Havarti, Gouda sandwich on sourdough, all fried up in like probably a little bit too much butter and a little bit of chili oil. I wish I had an actual spatula instead of this spoon. Leave a little bit of that that butter oil in there, but most of it absorbed. Ooh. 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 Spatula, don't you know a guy? I do, and I do have spatulas. I just, the one that, my shop spatula, as we all have, I think made it upstairs to get washed and never made it back downstairs. And didn't feel like getting it. Melted cheese just keeps seeping out the sides. It mostly stayed in. I'm going to let it sort of congeal together a little bit outside of its heat. All you need is a Mexican Coke. Unfortunately, I drank all of my Mexican Cokes. But I have, because I've been sick, I have ginger ale. So ginger ale is my favorite cold when you're sick beverage. My favorite hot when you're sick beverage is lemon neo citron. But my favorite cold beverage when you're sick is ginger ale, and I have some of that. Unfortunately, I am out of Mexican Cokes. I don't want to buy them and just keep like killing them, because they're really probably not very good like for you. But do the Canadian Mexican Cokes taste the same as the Texan Mexican Cokes? Yes. Yeah, they do. They taste like how pop should taste. This is going to be a greasy ass sandwich. Oh, cheese. Oh, crispy cheese falling off the edges. Oh no. You already sound more energetic. Well, I'm excited for the sandwich. It's going to be a beast of a sandwich to eat. Like, it's going to make a mess of my face. But it'll be good. I'm just going to let it cool off for a minute. They have less calories than regular Coke. Yeah. It's not always about calories, though. Some sauerkraut would be good on that sandwich. Sauerkraut is good on nothing. Nothing is better when you put sauerkraut on it. Nothing is better when you put anything pickled on it. I believe, if I'm correct, I think sauerkraut is pickled. It's like pickled cabbage, isn't it? No. Nothing is made better by putting pickled something on it. Yeah, but that beard, though. Oh, I know, right? What does that even mean? Is it cheaper to buy Mexican ones in Canada or the US now? I paid $7.14 for 4, plus tax and deposit. Let's say they were just over $2 each, Canadian monies. So that's like, I don't know, $1.70 American monies. We pay $2.25 per bottle in Plano for Mexican Coke. Then it's cheaper here. Oh, still a little bit of snot action and sinus and throbby headache area. Sean McGill, how are you doing? You missed the making of the delicious sandwich. Look at this bad boy. Sourdough, pastrami, Havarti smoked Gouda, grilled. A grilled sourdough. I mean, what is it? It's a grilled cheese, grilled Havarti Gouda, pastrami on sourdough, I guess. Doesn't matter how you say it, it's going to be unwieldy. I was making my burger. Your burger's probably pretty good too, as long as it doesn't have anything pickled on it. Could have taken a smaller bite. That is a quality sandwich, though. That was a quality sandwich. And then I'm already eating. 25 minutes in. We talked for a few minutes before I started. We don't talk about pickles or relish. We don't. I mean, yeah, we do, because we talk about how they shouldn't exist, is what we talk about. But you're right. Everyone can like what they like. But if you like pickles, you can have mine. And if you like your pickled anything else, you can have mine. And you can eat it with your fucking mayonnaise and dipped in hot, thick tomato juice. With your kale salad and your cilantro for dessert or whatever. I don't know. Sauerkraut is not pickled. It is fermented. Like beer, not, well, it's still fucking gross, okay? It's just like... So it's not pickled, it's fermented. It's still gross. And unfortunately, I don't even have a good ginger ale. I have stupid Schweppes. Stupid Schweppes ginger ale. Because it was cheaper. And I'm broke as fuck. So I had to buy the cheap ginger ale. Ugh. But one foot in front of the other. And keep pushing forward and making your way through life. And if that's the best you can do, that's the best you can do at any given time. Did I turn these off? Nope. All you can do is the best you can do. That's what makes it the best you can do. No Canada Dry? No. And I'm a little upset about it, okay? With stupid Schweppes. We're 2 for $5. And so... And I'm poor. I'm not poor. Just there's not a lot of liquidity right now. DJ's here. Check out the delicious sandwich. Grilled pastrami, Havarti, Gouda, sourdough. Quit drinking sodas about 2 months ago. Had blood test yesterday. Blood sugar dropped from over 200 to 78. 200 sugar. You went from 200 sugars to 78 sugars. And AIC dropped 1.5 points. That's good. You would definitely want a low AIC. That's the... I don't even have. I'm not even gonna guess. Acidic iodine calculation. I don't know. The shadow of my ass went from 10 pounds to 4 pounds. There you go. I'm tired and I want to stop the cycle. I understand that. I was just talking just before you got here about how tough it is sometimes to just reconvince yourself to just do the best you can do at any given time and make the best decisions you can with the information available to you at any given time and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Because, damn, sometimes that doesn't feel like enough. Something they measure. 1 a.m., 1 part from being normal. What? Oh, I am. I am 1 point from being normal. Are you, though? Who wants to be normal? If you're normal, you can't be exceptional. Right? A1C is the 3-month average of your blood glucose level, which should be between 70 and 110. You guys and your measurements. I forgot to do live chat, so I might be missing some things. I just switched to live chat. I have 32 minutes this time. That's bad. Your 3-month average of my blood glucose level, which should be between 70 and 110. I think I would, if I was going to guess, I have never actually had a blood glucose levelocity measurement. I'm probably 200. If 110 is like where, if you're 110 is like the top end of where you're supposed to be. And catch 2 birds with 1 stone, and remember, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, all the way to the bank, like a fox. Just want to get back down below 200. 200 blood glucoses. If you're trying to get below 200, and I know, like, you can't even eat. So, like, maybe I was lowballing my number. Maybe I'm like 1,000 blood glucoses. Blood glucoses. That's what I'm going to tell everybody. My blood glucose. My A1C. Trying to get my A1C down under 1 grand. I don't know what. Below 200 pounds. I don't know what I am there either. Mikey B, I think, estimated me at 2.25. Last time I asked, I think. So I refuse not stuck a finger even 1 time per day. Because I refuse not stuck a finger even 1x per day. Is that sentence, Gretchen? I'm enjoying my pseudo-Canadian, it's not how you spell that, healthcare. No premiums, no copays, deductible, and they pick up all medical charges. As a developed nation should be. No way you're 1,000, you wouldn't be here. I don't know what the numbers mean, dude. said that like a normal level is like 70 to 110. So I'm just like, I'm probably more than that because I'm exceptional. Let's remember, if you're normal, you can't be exceptional. And so I want to be exceptional at my A1C, blood glucosapine, blood glucosification levels as well. I want those to also be exceptional. No company got new insurance plan. They pay for all of my insurance costs. Fucking Americans, man. It's like everybody should just pay for everybody's fucking medical costs. We all need them eventually. Just everybody pay for everybody's and shut up. Stop fucking bankrupting people because they got sick. Stop wrecking people's lives because they broke their arm and shit. Like, that's... Who the hell do you work for? He works for Waldrop Guitars. Waldrop Guitars pays for all of his medical. Oh, that would have been so good, Paul, if you would have been like, my employer pays for all of my... And then your employer is Waldrop Guitars. That would have been... See? I'm trying to teach you what's funny. When you're hungover, the symptoms are often due to low blood sugar. I don't miss not being hungover. I do miss not being drunk. Every heartwarming human interest story in America is like, he raised $20,000 to keep 200 orphans from being crushed in the orphan crushing machine. And then never asks why an orphan crushing machine exists. Or why you'd need to pay to prevent it from being used. Yeah, I'm glad that I raised enough money to prevent the orphan crushing machine. Yeah. Wait, why do we have that? Assumes the US is not ruled by the ultra rich. I mean, Canada kind of is too. Like, let's not pretend like we're not mostly controlled by the ultra rich here also. Like, they get to make a lot of our decisions. But like, there's some fucking don't be a shitty human kind of ideas that we embraced a long time ago. I mean, there are some shitty humans in Canada who don't like those ideas and think that we should change them and start fucking bankrupting people for getting sick and having accidents and things. Those people exist here. I don't want to, like, this... Canada is not some like utopia of kumbaya, everybody get along or something. Thank God I raised enough money to pay off the orphan crushing machine. That's good. Like, why don't we just turn that off? Honestly, we can't turn it off because sometimes the orphans are brown. What? I gotta stop. My wife pays $450 a month for her health insurance. We put her on my policy. We would pay about $100 more than if she uses her job's plan. So your insurance is only good for you, but not as good for adding somebody as private insurance. My wife pays $450 per month for her health. Oh, I did that one already. Just a couple of decades ago, businesses wanted government-sponsored health care as well in order to compete with international companies. They should have wanted it to not be shit people, but then they figured out how to lower wages. Well, that'll do it, I guess. If we could just teach the orphan crushing machine, now that we have AI, would teach the orphan crushing machine. No, stop it. You're gonna offend somebody. But the people it would offend kind of don't want here. Bailey Woodworks, how you doing, my friend? This was a good sandwich. It still is. I was at the store and I was in the mood for a sandwich. Thinking sandwich would be good on the show. I just went and I was like, yeah, pastrami sounds good. Havarti Gouda, okay, sure. And I just kind of like put it together there in the store and yeah. I don't know the last time I had pastrami. You know what would have been good on this? Probably. If I was American, I'd be thinking, man, you know what would be good on this? Would be some spreadable marshmallow paste. That's why I'm writing Get Out the Vote postcards as we speak. We wouldn't get those here because we don't have anybody delivering mail right now. Had New York strip for supper tonight. Hey, steak would have been good too. Steak would have been more expensive. And like I said, kind of right now in particular, not in a great financial state. I mean, life has its ups and downs. I feel like there's almost the right balance of like salty and sweet and spicy and things in there. Sauerkraut. You can have it. You could put sauerkraut, just put a pile of it in your thick tomato juice and Eat it with a spoon if you want. With a side of kale and cilantro salad. You do it. Oh, I'm gonna save that other half for a few minutes. Actually, that the first half was all like almost enough, but I'm not just gonna let this, like, it ain't getting thrown out, I'll tell you that. It's a Reuben. I guess that is a Reuben, isn't it? Is it pastrami and sauerkraut? Just on rye, I think, is a Reuben, isn't it? I had a pancake, sausage, and egg sandwich. What? Like a whole sandwich? It was just little pancakes? "5 hours on a horse in some of the most beautiful country around, then stopped at a favorite bar for supper. But unfortunately, spent the whole time in southern Indiana." I am funny. I don't care. Paul had a bite of the sandwich. Yeah, he had a bite and then he put it away for later. I mean, I'm saving this one for later too, but like I've eaten half of it. About 3 inches. Oh, little 3-inch pancake, and then an egg and a, yeah, okay, like a slider, like a pancake egg slider. I like that. No, Illinois. That's what I you know what I meant. I meant Southern Illinois. But Southern Illinois might as well be Indiana. Like, it's basically the same. And all of it might as well be Oklahoma. Oklahoma? Oh, we got Wisconsin, Minnesota. I always forget what that name of that region is. Then you got Ohio, Illinois. Illinois. I like that. Illinois kind of area. And then Michigan, which for some reason has two parts that aren't connected. Idiots in Michigan. Tom, you've been riding horses a lot. Is that normal for you, or are you on vacation? I think he like has horses. Like, I think he's like a horse guy. Paul, backsies. I see backsies. Gretchen, we have 6 and ride most of the year. All around Ohio, Illinois. Ohio, Illinois. I'm actually not even sure if those are connected. Ohio, Illinois, and Indiana. Are those like actually touching? Mike, I sold the walnut telly yesterday, so I can't sell it. I'll just make my own. I'll make my own Telecaster with blackjack and hookers. You read 3 Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff points. For the reference, who gets the reference? Side by side. What? It's headed to British Columbia? Hey! So I can go steal it. Oh, British Columbia is a big place. The Yoopers, Upper Peninsula of Michigan, seem more Canadian than United States. I feel like that about the Wisconsinites. Sometimes. They feel very Canadian too. Sometimes. Wisconsinites. Sometimes. Some of them. But like I said, we have some shit people here too. Everybody everywhere's got some shit people. There's nowhere that is like just all the people are awesome. Because then we would all be there and then it would be shit again. We would go wreck it. The royal we. So what's the best chorus line in a song and why is it Toto's Africa? The best chorus line in a song is okay. So when you say chorus line, do you mean a line of a chorus or the entire chorus of a song? And what's the best one? It's called Newfoundland. No, it's not. There's shit people there too. I can't name them, obviously. I haven't met them all. But zero chance that there are no shitty people in Newfoundland. Australia, there's shit people there too. So I moved, so it's all good now. Everybody, since you left, now everybody there is awesome. I mean, they're better as an average. Their average went up. It's not too far from you. Guy lives in Myrtle Creek. Just a ferry ride away. Well, it's more than a ferry ride away. The only place that's a ferry ride away is Quadra Island. So, unless Myrtle Creek is on Quadra Island, and if it is, you tell them that I would like to go. I'd like to check out that guitar. Be like, spin it by the crow's nest at some point. Yeah, we have shit people. They run the country. Yeah, it's the same can be said for a lot of places. Would you please at Newfoundland again? Would you please at Newfoundland again? Always forget how it's supposed to be pronounced. Well, let's ask Pinnell, because I say Newfoundland. I'm sure there are people, they'll pronounce it like by or something. because they talk all wonky. So that you won't be able to understand them when they're pronouncing it. I know people that call it Newfoundland, and I laugh a little bit inside every time they do, because I'm pretty sure that ain't right. But Newfoundland, Newfoundland, you know, understand rhymes with Newfoundland. It does the way I pronounce it. Am I just tell them if I'm right? Am I right? Is it Newfoundland? Because that's how I've always pronounced it. And it's Newfound, right? Newfoundland. Okay, so that is correct according to a Newfoundlander. Who has yet to send me a pineapple pop. From Newfoundland. Newfoundland is a common mispronunciation, but Newfoundland is closer to the correct pronunciation than Newfoundland. In North Carolina, there's a place called Topsail Island, and all the locals call it Topsail Island. Yeah, but you guys kind of mess up a lot of pronunciations. Like, you got a lot of places, especially like down south, with French names, and you guys fuck them up pretty good. I'm hearing Newfoundland. It's more of a. It's not an. It's not really an I. I would say it's Fund. Newfound. Newfound. And Newfun. Newfoundland. Newfoundland. Yeah, you could. I mean, if you don't pronounce the D, Newfoundland. The D is like, it's hinted at. Like you have to. You don't d, but you on the way by, so that people know there's a D. So Newfoundland, Newfoundland, There's an accent on the new and the land. You accentuate the new and the land, and in the middle you got fund. Fund, which, depending on how you want to write it, would be maybe an IU, fund. There's a topsail pronounced topsail in Newfoundland as well. Newfoundland. See? Newfoundland. Newfound. Now let's say it all the different ways. Depends on where you are in Canada. Some regions slur it a bit more than others. Yeah, some regions do slur things a lot more than others. You're right. Oh, we speak Newfoundlandese, Newfound Scotia, Labrador, like Toronto and Toronto. Well, and there's some dispute also between Calgary and Calgary. Calgary Calgary. If you pronounce it Calgary, get the fuck out of my house. Newfoundland. This is good. This is a good Newfoundland with accents, with emphasis on new and lund. Newfoundland. Yeah, Newfoundland. Newfoundland. There's. I think we should just keep talking about this all night. Saw your lathe video today, as everyone should have, if they're good friends. Not hard a hard repair to do at all. No, and I kind of want to do the Laguna now. I don't think it needs it, but new bearings. I mean, I feel like you should maybe do it before it needs it. Like, I feel like maybe lathe bearings, after I found out like how not hard it is to do, I feel like lathe bearings are kind of like bandsaw blades. Like, maybe we use them longer than we should and should replace them more often. Got it now, thank you. Do you have it, or should we keep talking about it? Pass as a Canadian when traveling off continent, assuming I'm willing for not being allowed back in. Assuming I'm willing for not being allowed back in. What? You'd be allowed, back into the States after you left? Well, it depends what you say while you're somewhere else, I guess. Apparently. Can't talk shit about some people, or you'll get in trouble. That's a good sign, by the way. That's a really good sign for your guys' system. I feel like Calgary is an East Canada thing. I don't know, man. I've heard people in BC say it. I've heard people in Alberta say it, Calgary. I bookmarked the video in case I ever get a Nova lathe and in case the bearings ever go. I feel like it's probably, I think we talked about this, I feel like it's going to be a pretty similar operation. I think the reason that nobody has done a specifically Nova one is probably because they're kind of probably all pretty similar. I wonder if you would start to see some run out before you need to swap the bearings out. I don't know. I didn't see any problem with the bearings on the Nova. And then all of a sudden I was turning it and it started going tick, 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 like in the middle of a turning. So maybe they can slowly go, or maybe they can just go. I don't know. But I feel like changing now that I know how difficult it is to change the bearings on a lathe, I feel like, same with bandsaw blades, like I should change my blade. It's not hard to change a bandsaw blade and get your saw reset. Just do it more often. You know, you got to convince yourself of it. It's easier said than done, but I almost just kind of want to do the Laguna right now. Like, Paul, you got an extra set of Laguna bearings? Next time somebody sends me bearings for another one of my lathes, wait, you got to do it this way. I did like this and I winked with this eye. That's not right. My question is, could you have just replaced the grease in the bearings and not needed to replace them? I don't know. I feel like you're still going through most of the work in order to, you're actually doing more work to replace the grease in the bearings than just replacing the bearings. And what did those bearings cost, Paul? Like $8 or something? I might be under, like, I don't think they were very much. So I don't know that, I mean, even if you could, like, would it be worth it? I don't know. I don't think we will see a turning live. I really enjoyed watching the die on the lathe. The die on the lathe? I don't know what that means. We might see it. I've got something up there that I could just go finish. I want to have a smokerette. And I do want to eat the rest of this sandwich. But we could at least maybe just finish the one that's already up there. I have, like I said, I have some things that I started at Arts Fest. I did the outside of like 3 bowls because I didn't have. Idiot. I brought everything I needed to turn at Arts Fest except this, which opens and shuts the jaws of my lathe. So I could only do the outside. So I just did the outside of a bowl and got it ready to flip around and put in a chuck, and then did another outside of a bowl. So I have like 3 outsides of bowls. I used my Laguna bearings for fixing the jet that I have. Most of those MIDI lathes take the same bearings. So when you say most of the MIDI lathes take the same bearings, does the Laguna 1216 take the same ones as I just put in the Nova? It's $13, right? So and I am feeling better than I was in terms of energy level, probably mainly from like lack of nutrition. I today at work I was very under caffeinated, under nicotinized, under caffeinated, under nutritionalized, and under nicotinized at work today. So now I'm at least closer. I'm not any more caffeinated. I wonder if I have. No. Sometimes I have one of those like ice frappuccino things in there, just to like crush when I'm feeling low on caffeine, or Mexican Coke these days, or Coke Zero is still caffeine, but I don't have anything caffeine. I don't think there's caffeine in ginger ale. Stupid Schweppes. Larry Stone, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're good, Beckerwood. That rhymes. I hope so too. Have an event I want to attend next September. What? Missed this year. Said, what the shit are we? I missed something. Oh, I was blocked from entering the US last year as I had some issues they didn't like. Were you brown? Sorry. Next year, hopefully I'm good, as it's 5 years since said indiscretion. Ah, okay. Laguna Jet both take Plarivo 12 16 108 slash Plarivo 12 16 115. About $20. So they're different. They take two different ones, because the Nova, if they took different ones, like I guessed right, I guess, because Schweppes is the best ginger ale. You watch what? You're the kind of person who likes terrible things. It's the best ginger ale. The best mass-produced, available everywhere ginger ale is Canada Dry. If it's in your neighborhood, Phillips Brewing in Victoria makes a fantastic ginger ale. But I don't know how far they reach in terms of their distribution. Sean McGill can get it. But Tyler Peterson, I saw, they're them's fighting words. Tyler Peterson can get Phillips ginger ale. Louis Brown. Well, different manufacturer numbers for same bearings. Oh, okay. Didn't think Mike would be promoting a Pepsi subsidiary. I'm not promoting them at all. I'm saying that they're not very fucking good. I mean, I got them because I'm broke and they're cheap. The Schweppes were 2 for $5, and Canada Dry was like $5 each. I'm paying half as much. It's better than half as good. Thankful every time my husband travels that his hair is now gray and his last name is English. Because it didn't used to be. If you can get it in Campbell River. Thomas Kemper's makes a fantastic ginger ale, cream soda, and root beer. Phillips makes a good root beer as well. Canada Dry is good for a laxative. Well, sometimes you need a good... If that's what it does for you, then, sometimes that's good. There's not... it's pretty uncomfortable when you get a blockage. So, and if Canada Dry... If Canada Dry is going to do that for you, there are probably not very many better tasting laxatives. Phillips is a little different in taste if you're used to Canada Dry. Yeah, but it's good though. How sad it is that all these gingers are sacrificed for ginger ale. Well, it's not like they had a soul. Right? That's who we should turn the orphan machine on. What was it called? Pinnell, what was the orphan machine called? I have to have a smokerette. I'm still not quite nicotinized enough. I crushed a few after work, but the orphan crushing machine, right. Flat Canada Dry is a home remedy for not being able to poop. Or Canada Dry is, like I said, Canada Dry ginger ale. Well, ginger ale in general, but Canada Dry specifically. When I'm sick, it is the best cold beverage for me. The best hot beverage, lemon neo citron. I've dated a few gingers. Oof. Honestly, I'd do it again. My wife is. So I understand that statement. You too can save an orphan from being crushed for only $49.99. Oh, yeah. So why do we have that machine? That's funny. Is that from something? It feels like that's from something. I don't think, like, you're not smart/funny enough to have come up with that. Damn kids in the streets. I'll get the orphan crushing machine. In the arms of an angel, fly away from here. That's Sarah McLachlan? Why are we quoting Sarah McLachlan? I mean, good song. A little slow. It's more than a little slow. Oh no, that's not original by you. I know. That's why I said, because you're not smart or funny enough to come up with that. So who did that? Give credit where it's due, yo. And why did nobody get the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff points for my reference? I don't even remember what it was now. I'll make my own whatever with blackjack and hookers. Get the steamroller out for the kids. Get the orphan crushing machine. But I don't know, if they're not orphans, does the orphan crushing machine leave them alone? We don't know. We're not even in control of it, I don't think. She used to promote saving puppies from euthanasia. I think we should all promote that. Does anybody promote the murder of puppies? I mean, a euthanasia, okay, let's not argue semantics. From a Twitter post by Pukelblinky. Oh, yes, obviously the great philosopher Pukelblinky. Speaking of the great philosopher Pukelblinky, sort of. Was it last week? I think it was last week. Nadia was sometimes I end up being a little bit of an emotional support blanket from a friend and boss, Nadia. And she was having a day. Let's just leave it at that. And so I said to my friend and boss, Nadia, I said, well, according to the great philosopher Charles Samisonik, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. And it did not land. I would just say that. It did not land. Charles Samisonik, obviously, he said a few things. He said, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. And he also said, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Orphan crushing machine, plural. Orphan crushing machines. Internet slang. Oh, okay. Definition: a notional machine representing a system or state of affairs that obviously facilitates suffering but is not acknowledged or examined, or for which no alternative is considered. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a perfect. Yeah, it makes sense. It landed about as well as my Sarah McLachlan quote. Yeah, apparently. I was like, why are we doing Sarah McLachlan? Is he the singer from Semisonic? Yes, that's where they got the name. Charles Semisonic is the singer from Semisonic. Yeah, that's why Newfoundland. That's why that place got better when he left. Got commissioned to do a Jaguar Tele hybrid guitar. Jaguar Tele. So Jaguar shaped body, but with a Tele pickups and switchy, maybe. That'd be cool. That's kind of what I'm planning on hybridizing the Tele templates that you sent. I mean, I'm going to use the pickup cavities and I'm going to use the internal slots, but the outside shape is going to change. Telwar, Jagglecaster. I like Jagglecaster. Jag body, Tele guts. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do kind of like, I like the shape of the guitars that I have made. The guitar I've made and the guitars I'm making. I like that shape. So I'm probably going to do my Telecasters in a similar body shape as that, but with just different guts, basically. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the body shape that Sean's getting on his bass too. So. I mean, you might as well start to brand your design early if you're going to have them be recognizably yours. You know, that's my thought anyway. Speaking of Sean's bass, I got the truss rod for it last week, which I believe is the last component that I needed. Oh, I need potentiometers. I will have to look up what K potentiometer you need for bass guitar, and then get a couple of those. But I think that's it. Oh, and maybe I don't know if I have a jack input. The innie, where the pluggy goes in its butt. Let's spin. Got this guy. At least get this guy finished off. I just got him started. I didn't even get a recess put in him yet. This is like spalted maple thing. I don't like this being here. Spin. There you go. That's fine. That was a good enough last cut, I think. Doesn't sound too healthy. I think it's just something in the bench that's rattling. The lathe itself, it's like at certain RPMs, it's shimmying something inside the bench. I think there's something like in the drawer, maybe. Tailstock could be there. That's the tailstock. Just wasn't locked down. Tailstock doesn't even need to be on the lathe. This tailstock was just like. Let's get this guy clipped in a better place. Always move your tool rest when your lathe is spinning at top speed. Okay, that was just something resting on the bench. Yeah. Turning. Certainly not set up to be turning live, but whatever. I'm just gonna do quicksand. Quicksand, get it? That later. Loud noises. I got crayon, I guess. The custom high-speed crayon. Been a while since I've sung that song. Oh, is that a bingo square? I don't remember if that's a bingo square. There's probably lots of bingo squares tonight. Somebody could win bingo tonight. Do I have any of the liquid wax around? I don't know if I do. Oh yeah, a little bit. A little bit in the bottom of this guy. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. Get down in there. Get it. God damn it. I just can't get it into that one little tiny bit of oily crevice there. You know, this is going to be nice. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty nice. We'll see. Well, we'll scoop out the inside of it. It's been a while. It's been a really long time since we've turned in this shop on this show. I think we've turned a couple of times at the Crow's Nest. Time to order a new batch of finishing products from the best independent producer of finishing products and science. I ordered, I don't want to, I have to have a little chat with Scott, because they've been sitting on an order of mine for, I'm not going to badmouth them about it, but it's been a long time, and I don't know what's going on. That's pretty nice. A little bit of the hard wax buffed on top. And we'll flip it around, and we can flip around this guy. Dig this guy out, and then I've got a English walnut that I started at Arts Fest as well, that we can dig out. And then this one from my last bowl turning class, I just wanted to get the demo done so that I could get the guys turning, and so I didn't get quite as deep as I would have normally, so I may just finish dishing this guy out as well. Looks like spalted maple. It is spalted maple. Oh, Gretchen wants to know. Yeah, it is. It's a spalted maple. I don't know what exact species of maple it is, but it is a spalted maple of some kind. All right. Let us Get her flipped around. Now let's do this one. Actually, let's do another bingo square. Because I gotta go into the house for a sec and get my driver. Man, somebody's gonna win bingo tonight, I think. Could be the first October show wins October bingo. There's a lot of bingo squares tonight. And if they lined up for you, congratulations. Not super thrilled with that. So the spaltiness is making it a little bit soft and spongy on the inside of that recess. So I can't really expand it. I didn't get my bingo card. You did get your bingo card. Shut up. Check your other email address. Bowl isn't round. It's round enough. Paul didn't get his bingo card. I tried to also send it to you through Facebook Messenger, but for some reason Messenger wasn't liking even getting the files sent. But I sent it to the Waldrop Guitars email instead of the other one email. Because last time it didn't work, and so I was like, well, try this email address this time. So check that one. And it's round enough. Shut up. And hopefully that has enough purchase on the bay. It's a little bit spongy inside that mortise, so we'll hope that it's got enough gription. Hopefully it's got enough gription and doesn't come flying off of it. Always move your tool rest when the lathe is spinning at full speed, and do not come here to learn. guys up a little bit. It's been a long time since we turned on the show. I don't know where you guys used to sit for angles and stuff. That might be okay. Check where we're at. Go to about there. We got another half inch or so we can go. Another 1/4 inch? Maybe not. Maybe just to be safe, I'll do my walls and then just a couple more little flatty passes along the bottom and call that guy done. Just thin the walls out a little bit, and if it's a little fat bottom, it's a little fat bottom. We'll move over to the Easy Wood carbide, because why not? That's just a perfectly fine little M&M's dish or something. Or real Smarties, which are better than M&M's. Like real, not American Smarties, like Just wanted a cut instead of a scrape up the side here. Because of the spalty, like punkiness of the wood, it was giving me a little bit of tear-outy bits. Whereas a cut instead of a scrape with the carbide is going to give me a better finish on that. So there we go. Sand it and finish it, and maybe that's what we'll do tonight. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about doing another one, but that's probably all we're going to do. It's more than we've done in a very long time in terms of turning on the show. And I got to figure out my camera angles if I'm going to go back to doing this. And my lighting. I got fancy. Last time I was at my turning shop, they're moving from little circle discs to little star discs. I don't know. I mean, I guess I get it because it gives a little bit of extra sort of flappy flap happening around the insides of things, but I haven't experienced a real problem with that before, so I don't know. Loud noises. Wobbling pretty good. You know what it is? What's making it look like it's wobbling is because where the wood is softer and punkier, it's getting sanded off more aggressively. That's funny. So it's actually getting like this on the top surface because one side is like a little punkier than the other side, so it's softer, so it's like getting dished out by the sandpaper. I don't really like that. I want the top of my bowl to be flat. I'll just be less aggressive sanding around the rim. So that it stays flat and I don't get any sort of dishy areas. I have seen that happen before, actually. I've had spalted maple bowls where like inside the spalting rings and stuff has been somewhat dished out from after sanding because the sandpaper was more aggressive in that spot. Just going to be very careful sanding around the rim. Good. Just go a little slower with my sanding. And I don't know who I'm trying to impress with my sanding anyway, really. I mean, you're gonna put some M&Ms or Smarties or something in it, like, who cares? We'll just get it smoothish. The less effort I can put into it, the cheaper I can sell it for, and the more likely it will sell. I did sell some stuff at the shop this week. I sold one of my yellow cedar bowls, and I sold my yellow cedar boxes, and I sold an elm sort of flattish bowl. I would call it more like a dish down at the Crow's Nest this week. That was cool. I don't know why I'm holding this. It's not even on. It'll be just fine for a little M&M or Smarties, or need a better hook for this. Gotta improve my hook situation for that. All right, I got another. Is anybody still here? No, not really. Everybody's kind of left. See, everybody says they want me to make stuff, and they want to get back to making stuff on the live show, and then when I do, they leave. So which is it? Hey, I was watching. Yeah, but the number went half as big, is what I'm saying. There were twice as many people here when I was eating as there are when I'm making something. Yeah, a little bit of chatter from a little bit of wonkiness, but it's just from the softer, punkier areas getting like sanded deeper. It's funny. Here we go. Some spalty maple. It's got really interesting things happening in it. Now, it's really light, actually. Ta-da! We made a thing on the show. It doesn't happen very often. It used to. It used to happen all the time. I'm about to leave. Fine. My eyes are trying to close on me. 5 a.m. was early for you. Yeah, okay. I just think it's funny that you're like, I never make anything on the show. And then when I do, everybody, like, not everybody, but like half the people that are here take off. I like the looks of that wood. It's cool. It's a cool piece. I like the looks of this guy. This guy I'm excited for. There is some happening inside of this piece of maple. I'm excited to see what that becomes. It's like flamey guitar top type maple. Looks really cool. I'd love to eat some Canadian British Smarties from it. Yeah, because those are the best ones. See you two next time. It's going to become a saucer. Kind of. It's only about 1.5 inches deep. It's not, and it's got this is the outside of the tree. But I just dish it out that way, obviously, right? And then lose that. So it'll be a little tray, saucer. Smarties dish. But just the wood, I couldn't not buy it. Look at that. Like how can you not buy that piece of wood when you see it on the rack? You have to. And then you wonder why you don't have any money. Because when you see the pieces of wood that are cool, you just buy them. And then you go, well, why am I poor? Like, you ever turned a 3-sided bowl? That's not a thing. No, I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever even seen it done. I've heard the term, though. Another smokerette, I think. Where'd my fancy new bowl go? I just put it. I like to look at it. And it's not, it didn't, by the time I still had like a 1/4 inch left on my depth. And by the time I finished getting it flattened off, I got to pretty close. Pretty close between my fingers there. It's pretty even. I would say 1/4 inch walls, 1/4 inch bottom. Maybe 4 across. Yeah, I'm not going to measure. Measuring is not a thing we do here. Measuring's for suckers. Oh, I didn't turn off my do not disturb. I didn't turn on my do not disturb, and Paul is sending me links. Isn't every bowl three-sided? I mean, every bowl is three-dimensional. I'm still here, but it is 11 p.m. for you. It's 11 p.m. for you and everybody in that time zone. It's like 11:30 for Pinnell because that's Newfoundland. I think. Isn't Newfoundland the one that does the stupid extra half an hour? Pinnell? They're like, you know what? We're going to be a half time zone. That's what we're going to do. Forget this whole hour nonsense. We're going to do a half because we're pretty close, but we're just far enough away. We need an extra half an hour to drink our pineapple pop. And to be there by. No, Gretchen, three-sided bowl is turned from a square blank. Mount to corner. Oh, right. Okay, so you take a cube and you mount it. Yeah. Cube of wood mounted at the corners and then turn so it's like it turns into a triangle. Yeah. Okay. I have not. I've seen it done. I've seen it done with plywood, which was interesting. It was an interesting look. Midnight in Newfoundland, Scotia, 12:30 in Newfoundland. I think maybe it's all the cod that has like muddled there. Kiribati is the only nation on Earth to permanently trespass into GMT plus 14. The earliest time zone in the world. It's all make believe anyway. It's all make believe. There's no, they're magically an hour late. No, it's a human construct. That it's all make believe. They did it so the entire country is in the same time zone. All right. Why you presence is sporty. Kissy face. What? Gretchen? First of all, don't think your husband would appreciate you making kissy faces at me. And why you presence is sporty. What? That's not a sentence. It starts with why, but it doesn't have a question mark. So it's not a question. It doesn't have yeah, I guess it has a subject. But you, I guess, would be the subject. There's no verb in there. Like, that maple looks pretty, but I'm still used to thinking I'm. Yep. That's another thing that you said. Of maple in terms of syrup, not wood making. Let's figure. Okay, that maple looks pretty, but I'm still used to thinking. Okay, so Gretchen is not used to the term maple being used for things that are not syrup, I think. So when she hears maple, she immediately thinks syrup. Yeah, huh? Am I close? Wifey wants me to get a booth at the state fair next year where you can get some like deep fried deviled egg Wagyu burgers. And spend the year making pens, bowls, etc., and guitars to sell. $10,000 booth, you got to sell a lot of stuff. Do you think there's going to be, on top of your regular profit, so you got to add X% to everything that you're selling to cover that potential? You got to say, okay, I'm going to have to add $100 to everything. You can't add $100 to a slimline pen. You don't make slimline pens, but I will never pay more than like $80 a day for a market table anywhere. For the stuff that I make. But I'm not making multiple $1,000 guitars. You know, so I mean, if you're pricing your guitars so that you're making 15 hundo on each one, and I'm not a math guy, but after you sell 5, 6, you've paid for the booth. And then everything else is profit there. I guess it's a lot of $10,000 for a booth. How many days do you get the booth? Is it 10? It's not $10,000 like a day. Is it like for like a week for $10,000? Like I cannot. I bet that if you created something before you ate, you wouldn't see a drop in viewership. Then I wouldn't have eaten. Right now, I guarantee you, if I would have done that first, I would not be in any mood to be cooking food and eating. I needed to do the eating part first in order to give myself the enthusiasm and energy to go over there. Millions of visitors each year. Most people make enough in that month to not work the rest of the year. Well, see, okay, if that's how you're going to look at it, if you think that's the thing that's going to happen, then sure. 30 days. Okay, so a month of booth for 10. Okay, yes. This is all, it's starting to make a little more sense now. So basically, it's like a $10,000 lease at a giant mall that people are there to spend money. But except it's outdoors probably, right? And so that sounds awesome, actually. I would not do it with the stuff that I make. But if I made things that were more expensive, could take a lathe and they can watch me make while they buy stuff. So each booth has power running to it. And you're going to have somebody else with you there who is not your son. Sorry, but let's just be real. Because you'll be there for 2 days and he'll figure out a way to hurt you, and you'll be... Yes, and it's indoors. What? The state fair is indoors. I just have this romanticized version of a state fair then, I think. I'm picturing it being surrounded by fields, and there's rides, and very small horses that are celebrities. And then the very small horse dies. And then there's a tribute show. Three Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff points. Nobody got the last one, but 3 Wooden Things and Stuff points for that reference. 7 if you know the name of the very small horse. Oh, speaking of points, Tim is leading in top fans with 225 XP. Wifey wants to be there also to possibly sell crotchet stuff. Yeah, nice. Okay. But would she need another $10,000 spot? Or would she be at your 10,000? So it would be your guys' together $10,000 spot. And would you then have to take that month off work? And so you'd need to take into account that lost income, maybe? I don't know. It sounds like certainly something to consider. It'd be a good adventure. Part outdoors, part indoors. Little Sebastian, Pinnell, with 7 Wooden Things and Stuff points. Well, do I give him the full points? Because he didn't give me the reference. He just gave me he only gave me the name of the small horse. Paul Waldrop. See, but I can't really see now. I guess you guys each get 3.5. $3.5 points each, because Pinnell did half the name of the small horse because he was lazy and just didn't want to type out the name of the show. Why you all think I will understand those stupid typos is beyond me. We're the ones who have trouble understanding them. Get 9,000 candles in the wind. Because what's 9,000 times better than candle in the wind? I've played that song here on the show before, I think. Definitely played Bye Bye Little Sebastian, I think. Pretty sure. Oh, wait, that's the same song. No, it's called 9,000 Candles. It's Bye Bye Little Sebastian is the words to the song. Yeah. By Mouse Rat. I think at that point, I think they were Mouse Rat. Not sure. Or was he not in the band anymore at that point? See, that I don't remember. Was he already gone from the band? Same slogan. Yeah, it was. It was the same slogan. Should we wrap it up? There's only 5 of you left hanging out. I'm gonna finish the other half of this sandwich. Before I got a fly situation. Like, I've got a couple of flies. Like, get rid of that garbage in the corner. Should have gone out with garbage. It was literally garbage day yesterday, and I didn't put it because it's not full. So I don't know. Do you guys do that where you're like, the garbage isn't full, so I'm not gonna take it to the. But I think it might have something in it that is developing life or encouraging life anyway. All right. Unless there is more to talk about, we get tonight wrapped up. I don't know about show next week because I got suckered into teaching a thing off-site that goes until 4, but it'll probably run long, and it's all the way at the north end of town. So if it runs to 4:30 and then clean up and pack up and then back to the shop and unload and another long, exhausting day, I make no guarantees. I think there is a relatively high % chance that next week's show does not happen. But I have not missed very many shows this year. So, and usually when I miss the show on Saturday nights, there's a makeup show at some point. So we'll see. My wasp nest was on my garage bin. When I took out the trash this morning. Got stung on top of the foot. Good stuff. I'm not having wasps, but I am having flies, which tells me that there was probably some food down in the bottom of that garbage bag that should have gone out with the bin this morning. Good night, all. Later, Eric. Thanks for coming, my friend. Oh, now the numbers are going back up. Of course. I thought it was a metal foot. It's a metal heel. The front is still human. I think the back of the foot is. I told him to have him just lop it off and put a wheel on there, but he didn't like that idea. No, metal knee and ankle. And hip and shoulder and make sure if you haven't yet that you hit the thumb up button and go watch the lathe bearing replacement video. And if you didn't watch last week's video of me making music with my buddies, then you're mean, because it sucks that I put those out and nobody gives a shit. Like, today's lathe video is probably already just about at how many views last week's video got, like within a week. Like, because people just do not care, and I get it. I guess I get it, but damn, it hurts my feelings. Indoor only partly. Remember, it's like to be 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I guess in the summer in Texas, yeah, okay, you got to have some indoor space, I suppose. That's a good point. I watched your music video last week. Well, I know you were one of the 100 people that watched it. It just sucks that every time I do that, I put one of those up and I lose subscribers, and it's always my worst performing video out of the last 10 that I put up every time. And like I said, I get it, but it hurts. I won't watch the lathe video, so the views on that one doesn't get higher than the music. You won't watch the lathe video anyway because you're a bad friend. And Newfoundland is happy that you're gone. Wow. Who is Tim? Who is Tim? What the shit? Who is, what are you? I can't even go back far enough to see if Tim said something to. Oh. Chris Pennell, you're mentioned in the lathe video. That's. Is it a mention? You could phrase it that way, I suppose. You could say that was mentioning. I wouldn't phrase it that way, but I get what you mean. You should want to watch it because it features our boy Mikey B. You're like Mikey B's biggest fan, and he is featured heavily. Well, his hands are in that video a lot. You can see you get to see his tattoo. Oh, okay. 2.5 hours tonight. That's a good one. I'm going to finish this sandwich and I'm going to go to bed. And I think I might turn all my alarms off because I don't have to teach tomorrow. There is some other things that I should accomplish, but I can start those whenever. So I think I might turn off my morning alarms tomorrow. Yeah, that sounds good. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Everybody, check your bingo cards. Paul, I don't know what the hell's wrong with all your email addresses. And so maybe Patreon maybe YouTube contacted Patreon and was like, don't let this guy have access to his benefits. But it was like a separate, like an email from outside of Patreon. I don't know. And I don't know why it would. Last time it let me drop it into the Facebook Messenger, and this time it wouldn't let me do that either. So I don't know. You guys, I'm having to head my mother-in-law subdivision to the awful music in her movie at full. You guys, I'm having to head my mother-in-law subdivision to the awful music in her movie at full. Eek. I got the notice that they were ready, but didn't get it. I literally I sent it to the waldripguitars.com even this time. Like, and you probably would have won tonight. And then, but you know what? If you win it, you're gonna be like, no, they're just whatever. Give it to somebody else, and I'll be like, no. So have a great night, my friend. You too, man. Well, live shows are truly more important in life. I don't know that I agree. They're important to me. They, if they're important to you, I get it. They are important to me. So who am I to say that they shouldn't be important to other people? Um, yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. I needed this today. And so if it did something for you as well, that's great. Enjoy your mother-in-law's subdivision. Eek. I enjoyed the turning. Good. That sentence I understood. We'll see. I will hope that next week's show happens. And that's all we can do. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Move in a direction that you think is a positive one based on the information you have available to you. And yeah, be kind to each other. Stop letting them tear us apart. And be well. Do something kind for somebody you've never met and don't know their name. Bye for now.